Let's learn to do crossovers. What are crossovers, you're asking? Let me show you. So we skate around the circle, the arms could hug the circle. We go outside edge, inside edge, outside edge, inside edge. The edge is always looking where you want to go. Now let's break down exactly what is happening. So we are leaning into the circle. We're not out of the circle, we're into the circle. Our arms are in this position, so if this is a circle here, we can hug the circle. We could always think about that. So we're leaning into the circle, which gets us onto an outside edge. So if you stood on that edge, you would actually fall into the circle, which actually helps you get over that outside edge and then step onto an inside edge. Now, it can be tricky, so we're going to break it down super simple. The first things you need to think about is your arms and your weight over the skating leg. And then for now, all I want you to do is keep looking this way and step over and try to get onto an inside edge. Now it will feel a bit tricky, and if you stand up too straight, it's going to be really hard. So we want to have nice soft knees. So we're in this position here, then we're going to lean over and step over just like this, and make sure we're practicing both ways. So if we're going the other way, the right arm is back, the left arm is forward. We can hug the circle here on the right outside edge, and we're just going to step up and go onto an inside edge. Now let's go onto a circle and we're going to do pushes. I'm going to try to do it here, and here's something that's a bit harder, but it can really help, is to make your circle smaller, so you have to be tighter. And if that's hard, then increase the circumference of your circle. So we're just going to push around, and all we're thinking about is getting onto that outside edge. So we don't want to be up here pushing around, because it's going to be hard. We need to get over that outside edge, and then all I want you to do from here is start lifting and hold the outside edge, and then we're going to lift and hold the inside edge. When you've done both of those, then you can lift outside edge, inside edge, push, outside edge, inside edge. And you can keep doing that until that feels really comfy. Then the next stage that we want to do, now we want to try to get to the point where we're going to lift that foot over onto the inside edge, and that looks just like this. So push around on your circle, and then we're going to push. We're going to lift the foot and try to get over to that position, and just stay there in that position. That's all we are doing. Let's do that one more time. So we push around, and then we're going to lift. We need to have control and get that foot down, and just stay there. Now, where are we thinking about having our weight? We want to stay on the center two wheels, because what happens if we lean forward onto the front two wheels, this can happen. You step over, and then that happens. Because if you lean on the front two wheels and you go over too deep, you will catch your pick. So center two wheels all the time. One more time. Push around, and then we step over, and we stay. And you may find that this leg is on the back two wheels, and that's okay. That's okay. What we don't want to do is catch the pick. Now, of course, we will do it the other way. So we push around the other way, and we can go into the outside edge, inside edge. We do all of these, and then we're going to step over and stay in that position. Now, once you are comfortable doing this, we can go to a step over and then step. That looks like this. So we push around the circle, keeping our arms in the right place, and then we step over and then step back. Do one push of course, we do it the other way. So then we swing around, push, we step over, and then we step back. Push, step over, and then step back. And when you get comfortable, you can step over, but try not to do too many in a row at the beginning because you may lose your balance and fall on your bottom. But you know how to fall safely, so you'll be fine. So what comes next? Here's a cool exercise that you can try. Watch what I do. So, push around, and we just slide our feet. We slide our feet. My feet never leave the ground. They go here and behind. Push and behind. Because this will teach you eventually. I always think about this with crossovers. This is my right foot, this is my left foot, this is a red car, and this is a blue car. The red car's going along, and the blue car tries to sneak in front. So what does that look like with your feet? As you do one push, the other foot just kind of sneaks in front. Does that make sense? Like one car overtaking the other. And that looks like this. So if the skating around, push, and it sneaks in front. It pushes, and it sneaks in front. Push, and sneak in front. But we're not there yet, we're just doing it on 2 feet. So push, sneak in front. And if you see what my feet are doing behind, it's coming here. So the right foot is going around and the other one is coming back. Because what happens when you do your crossover, you end up in this position and eventually you'll be in this position. And what you want to really be mindful of is to not catch your pick. For example, this is what will happen. If your pick is bigger than it needs to be and you're on the front of your skate, you end up doing this. You catch, you catch, you catch, instead of push, 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 push. Does that make sense? I think it makes sense. I think we've got the foundation of learning how to do a crossover there. There are loads more tips, but all I will tell you is you should have your chassés. So remember your chassés. Where you push, push, push. Outside edge, inside edge. Outside edge, inside edge. Yeah? Your chassés. But you should have done those before. There's a reason that everything goes in a certain order, because to unlock the next skill, the next move, the next turn, the next jump, the next spin, you need to do what came before it. And that has been crossovers with me.